Welcome to the video. What's going on, guys? Hope you are doing well. In this one, we're talking about the cheapest rooftop tent on Amazon in the clamshell style. What are my thoughts on it? Is it worth it? How is the installation process, quality control, all that kind of stuff, and considerations you guys should be making if you are interested in something like this. And although this video doesn't have any shooting in it today, I do want to mention my friends over at Nautilus Ammunition. They are a small US-based company that is selling ammunition, both 9mm and 223 platforms, and they're doing so at a very low cost, but with excellent quality. They're often $3 to $5 cheaper than other retailers per box. Everything is made here in America, so you can rest easy knowing that. They also offer subscription services where you can save even more money and get ammo delivered with free shipping to your door every month. Their customer service team is excellent, very responsive, and you guys can save 5% on your order, anything over $100, using code MARKSMAN5. So thank you again to my friends over at Nautilus Ammunition, and we'll continue on with the video. First off, just to preface, as of now, unfortunately this product is unavailable on Amazon. However, there is a separate company that is selling what looks to be the exact same product for twice the price. So I was able to purchase the rooftop tent from a company called Emergency with an I at the end, and I got it for $1,000. Now, is the tent gonna come back in stock at some point? Hopefully for you guys, but I can't guarantee anything. So just keep an eye out. I'll have a link to the tent listing in the description below that you can kind of check on. And if there are any updates, I will pin that in the comment section below. So that's out of the way. We're gonna talk about clamshell rooftop tents really quickly. What are they? It's a rooftop tent that spans across the majority of your roof, and two hinges usually allow it to open in a wedge formation. Some people call them clamshell rooftop tents. Other people call them wedge tents. And why they're unique is because, one, they allow you to have the slimmest profile when shut as possible. So if you garage your vehicle, you're gonna have the highest chances of being able to fit your vehicle in your garage with this style of a rooftop tent if you wanna keep it on 24/7 and you don't want to have to worry about getting 3 dudes to come over, lift the tent up, break the Loctite on the mounting hardware, and then move the tent, finding a place to store the tent. So for me, as an apartment dweller, this is very handy. I just keep the tent on there at all times, deal with the gas mileage hit and the increased center of gravity, and it's been great for me. Now, during the winter, I've been letting my wife park in the heated garage, but once the snow melts and things kind of warm up, I will be putting my FJ back in the garage. Even with a self-fabricated cross rack modification that I made to the rooftop tent, adding 2 crossbars, it still fits inside of my pretty short parking garage. Additionally, a benefit with clamshell or wedge tents is that you can store bedding up there. You can keep the mattress inside, you can keep a sleeping bag, sometimes small compressible pillows, a mattress topper, or an anti-condensation mat. And for this specific tent, you can fit the ladder in. If you have all of those previous things I listed inside of your tent, you're just gonna be sacrificing the weather sealing capabilities because the latch is closed, but the weather sealing rubber trim that lines all across the tent doesn't quite touch the edge. So that is a technique that I use only for when we know we're going out camping and we know precipitation chances are low. So with this tent, how was my experience actually buying it, shipping, receiving it, what it looked like in the box? And it was pretty poor. Some of the reviewers on this listing stated that it came within like less than a week from China all the way to their house in the USA. And for me, I live in Minneapolis, St. Paul area in Minnesota, and it took them about a week to get from Hong Kong or wherever they are in China to Minneapolis. And then it sat in a Minneapolis warehouse for 3 weeks. It just sat there. And to be fair, it was approaching the holiday craze season. I ordered it mid-November, and so that kind of just has shipping companies at their max. But then I got notified by Amazon that they're not able to deliver the item and that it was lost in the mail. So then I had to call customer service, figure it out. They said, yeah, sorry, dude, we don't know where this thing is. So you're just gonna have to contact Amazon for a refund. Contacted Amazon for the refund. They refunded me the money. An hour after I got the money back, a random number called me and he said, hey, we're gonna drop off this massive package today. Are you gonna be there? And I was like, okay, sure, I don't know what this is because it's probably not the rooftop tent. So then the tent actually ended up coming. I got a refund for it, and it still says in my Amazon account that, sorry, this package hasn't been able to be delivered. So ultimately, I did get this rooftop tent for free. I'm not going to complain about that, but I mean, if something updates in DHL system and then it gets back to Amazon, it's totally fine if I have to pay $1,000 for this tent, because rooftop tents in this style usually run for anywhere between the high 2000s to the mid like 4s. And those ones do come with some creature comforts like LED lighting, better materials, some added kind of features in terms of how it opens and the way it looks when it's open. I really do not think you can beat this tent for the price. Absolutely not. So I've had this tent for a few months now. Mounting it took me some time to figure out, but I ended up putting it on the OEM FJ Cruiser rack at first. Then I took it off, put it on a Prinsu rack because I was worried that the tent would fly off of the OEM bars because it wasn't really mounted optimally. The mounting hardware they include in the bag is certainly good enough. I know some people get worried about that. Essentially all I did was tighten everything down until the mounting bars started to bend in just slightly, had Loctite on all the bolts, and I haven't had any problem with anything wiggling, wobbling, or loosening in the past 3 months. And I have gone off-road in snowy conditions. I've taken the cruiser up to speed, and it's my daily driver, so I get in the thing every day and I go somewhere. Now, in terms of the quality of the tent, when it came, there was a dent in the very top of it. So obviously during shipment, something happened, maybe someone dropped it, or something fell on top of it. But there was a small dent in the top of the tent, which kind of bothered me, but it's whatever. I mean, it doesn't affect anything except for visually. Upon my first night in the tent, it was during a camping trip. I'll link to that video here, or maybe it's here. We discovered that the zippers were not the most quality zippers. So you're gonna have to be careful with these ones. You're not gonna wanna go super fast and just like kind of power through them, because then you'll kind of go off the zipper tracks and then the thing will kind of be open. So you really want to make sure that you guide and feed the zipper tracks as you're zipping up or zipping down, because things get caught. They're really not the best zippers. One of the screws that mounted the mounting channel on the rear side of the rooftop tent that actually interfaces with your roof rack, one of the screws out of 4 that holds each channel in was loose and came out. And that kind of bothered me. It was totally stripped. I couldn't like screw it back in. So what I did was I just put red Loctite all over that screw, put it back in, put duct tape on top of it to seal it and hold it in, and just left the duct tape in there. And so that stayed. But yeah, don't expect this thing to be the most quality. Expect some quality control issues when you get it, if it comes back in stock. But I'm not expecting this tent to last me 10, 20 years. I would be very grateful if this free tent that I have lasted me 5 years. So we'll keep reporting back on the long-termness and the long-term reliability and how it holds up to wear and tear, because it's on my rig every day. And in Minnesota, we've gotten days where it's been -20 out, and we've gotten days where it's warmed all the way up to 40. So it's done a lot of cycles of freezing and then thawing and then freezing and then thawing. And I took a nap in the tent yesterday, and I'll talk about that actually later on in the video. But in terms of the weather sealing and how that's held up, everything has been perfect. There's been no extra moisture that's been trapped or caught inside of the tent. One thing that it doesn't come with, it comes with a foam mattress, comes with the ladder, comes with mounting hardware, comes with stuff to interface the ladder to the tent with. It comes with the latches. The latches do lock. It comes with that key. Comes with some pockets in the top of the tent as well as along the sides of the tent. It also comes with a rain fly / like sun awning that you can kind of pop up. And it has aluminum mounting channels all along the edges of the tent, so you can mount certain things to the side of your tent. And one of the reasons why I like having this on my daily driver is because I work remote most of the days from home, but some days I do have to go into the office. And for those days, during my lunch break, I will just drive off to a quiet section in the private parking lot, pop up the tent and jump in there, take a quick nap, like 10, 15 minutes. I've been following Andrew Huberman's kind of daily routine structure, and he recommends taking naps throughout kind of the first phase of the day. And it's been quite pleasant. It's given me a chance just to kind of go off, by myself, set up the tent, climb up there, meditate, and sleep if I'm lucky. But using my gear is just something that I enjoy, and having an opportunity to do that on a more regular basis than, you know, taking trips when the weather's nice or when I have free time is something that I'm excited about and grateful for. The tent weighs about 150-ish pounds, and it doesn't come with a condensation mat. So what I did is I just bought some puzzle mat, gym, foam flooring, and then I just punched and cut holes, circular holes, square holes, kind of throughout it randomly to just kind of fabricate my own condensation mat. And it doesn't work the greatest. It works better than nothing, most certainly, but it does add a little bit of comfort to if you're going to side sleep. It makes side sleeping tolerable, because underneath all of that is just aluminum, and so you're on a very hard surface, and it's a 1.5 to 2 inch thick foam mattress, so you need all the help you can get in terms of mattress comfort. Yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. Ultimately, I'd recommend this tent. It's unfortunate that it's not in stock right now, but keep an eye on that product. Other brands have been selling this same tent and the same product, just under different generic brand names. So just keep an eye out on Amazon, maybe even eBay. And if you're lucky enough to get one of these tents and get it delivered to your door successfully, let me know in the comment section if it is a overall good experience for you. So thank you so much, guys, for watching. Share this video if you found it helpful. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and we'll see you in the next one.